Hello students, welcome again. In previous we did that is relative density. Now we are going to derive the relation between relative density and density of a substance. So as we know that relative density equal to density of substance divided by density of the water at 4 degree Celsius. Also I told you previously why we are taking the density of water at 4 degree Celsius. I am repeating again because the density of water at 4 degree Celsius is maximum. If the temperature continuously decreasing, that is 3 degree, 2 degree, 1 degree or 0 degree, you can say that, then the density of the water start decreasing. So it start expanding, it not be contracting, it will be expanding, so its density will be decreased. So density of water at 4 degree Celsius is highest. So what we have to do, so just to put that symbols, relative density equal to d by tw, this is the density of the water. So cross multiply, then you will get relative density multiply density of the water equal to d, then d equal to relative density multiply density of the water. So this is the relation between density and relative density of the substance. Now as we know that the density of water at 4 degrees Celsius, that is equal to 1000 kilogram per meter cube, and you can also write it as a 1 gram per centimeter cube. So just put here the value of the density of the water. So relative density multiply 1000 kilogram meter per cube, you can write it as or relative density gram per centimeter cube. So both are the right answer. This is in SI system, this is in CGS system. Now we will take an example to express this again. That is example, relative density of copper is 8.9. As I told you before that relative density has no units, so it is only 8.09. Calculate density of copper. So what will be the density of the copper? So simple formula for relative density equal to density of copper, because we write it here density of the substance. In place of substance we will write the copper divided by density of water at 4 degrees Celsius, and the density of water at 4 degrees Celsius 1000 kilogram per meter cube. So density will be equal to cross multiply 8.9 multiply 1000 kilogram per meter cube. We will solve it, then it will be 8900 kilogram per meter cube. So this is the relative density, density of the copper using the formula of the relative density, this one. Now the next is a variation in the density of an object due to temperature. As we know that density equal to mass per unit volume. Also we know that mass of the body or substance of any substance or any object remains constant, it never changes, ये कभी भी change नहीं होता चाहे किसी भी circumstances हो. But the volume varies due to change in temperature. Volume increases on heating means the temperature increased, decreases when the temperature down. So mean to say decreases on cooling. So when the temperature decreased, volume is decreased. When the temperature increased, that is on heating, volume will be increased. So what will be the effect on the density? So taking another example, let's assume that m is the mass of the object, v is the volume of an object at a normal temperature. Normal temperature means that is at a room temperature, it may be 30 degree or 35 degree, that is the normal temperature. So density equal to mass per unit volume. Now assume that the temperature increases, it means the volume also increased. So let's assume that now the volume of the object is V1, which is greater than the V, that is the initial volume at the normal temperature. So when you put these values, that is m over V1 will be decreased than that of m over V, because V is increased. So as the denominator increases, the result will be decreased, so density will be decreased. Now we take an example. Let's assume that a body has mass of 30 kg and volume is 10 meter cube. Now its density d1 equal to m over v, that is 30 by 10, it will equal to 3 kilogram per meter cube. Now increase the temperature. What will be happen on increasing the temperature? Volume also increases. Let's assume that the volume of the object from 10 meter cube, it now becomes 30 meter cube. Object body expand हो चुकी है, that is 30 meter cube. So again put these values. So d2, that is with increased volume, m over v1, 30 by 30, that is equal to 1 kilogram per meter cube. It is very clear that when the volume increased with increase in temperature, its density decreased as compared to the initial density. Here look at that, 3 kilogram per meter cube. Now we have the 1 kilogram per meter cube. But if we decrease the temperature, then V1 also decreases. Say it becomes a 6 per meter cube. We have the initial volume 10 meter cube. Now it is a contact. Then V1 equal to 6 meter cube. Now D3, that is the M over, where we will do it here 2. So M over V2, that is equal to 30 by 6. Then it becomes 5 kilogram per meter. Now look at that, 5 kilogram per meter cube, more than that of the 3 kilogram per meter cube. So it is very clear that with the increase in temperature, volume increases, then density will be decreased. But with the decrease in temperature, volume will be decreased, but its density will be increases. So this is the effect of the temperature on the density. So the next is floating and sinking. How the object float on the surface of the liquid, that is water, or how it will be sink into the liquid. So what is floating and sinking? When an object is placed over a liquid whose density is less than the density of the object, then the object sinks into the liquid. So अगर आप ऑब्जेक्ट को प्लेस करते हो किसी लिक्विड के सरफेस के ऊपर, दैट इज़ उस लिक्विड की डेंसिटी कम होगी, डेंसिटी ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट, देन द ऑब्जेक्ट विल बी सिंक, वो डूब जाएगी उसमें. सो इफ़ द डी इज़ द डेंसिटी ऑफ द सब्सटेंस, डी एल इज़ द डेंसिटी ऑफ द लिक्विड, देन वी हैव द two results. If the D greater than DL, then the object will sink in the liquid. But if the object has less density than that of the density of the liquid, then it will be float on the liquid. Now we will prove all of these things with the help of an activity. It is also activity in your books, that is activity number 6 on the page number 37. We have a spoon which is made from the iron, or you can say the steel. We have two balls of the same size, that is same volume. We have one iron nail. We have the two matchsticks which are made from the wood, and one bowl, any type of bowl, no problem, it is big or small. Now look at that. If I trying to drop or immerse an iron nail into the water, then what will be happen? It will be sink into the water. Again, if I put this spoon which is made from iron, it also sink in the water. But if I trying to put this ball on the surface of water, then it will not be sinked. It is hollow from the inside. Also a second ball which is also hollow inside is also floating on the, look at that, it is also start floating on the surface of the liquid. Now also we will place the, look at that, this is the matchstick also floating on the water. Another one here. Now look at that, these three substances, that is balls of the same size having same volume, but they have the different in mass. This is light in mass, this is large in mass, but both are hollow from the inside. Matchsticks all are floating on the surface of the water, but this spoon and iron nail which are sink in the water. Now giving the another example of this bowl. Now look at that. If I placed it gently, then it will be also float on the water. So what is the meaning of all these things? Look at that, density of water is 1000 kilogram per meter cube at 4 degrees Celsius. But the density of iron, that is equal to, that is spoon, 7800 kilogram per meter cube. Now look at that, compare these densities. Density of iron is much larger than that of the density of water. So if the density of the substance is larger than the density of the water, then it will be sink in the water. As I told you previously, look at that, density of the substance greater than the density of the liquid, then it will be sink. So this is the main point. If the density is larger than the density of the liquid, then it will be sink. But if the density of the substance smaller than that of the density of the liquid, or you can say that water, then it start floating on the liquid. So look at that. This is the activity 7. This is the iron block, wooden block, cork block. All are differently all are have different densities. It completely submerged into the water, it floating with some part in the water, but it does not have any part in the liquid, but it is still floating on the surface of the liquid. So it is the only reason that an object will float on a liquid if the density is less than the density of the liquid. An object will sink in the liquid if its density is more than the density of the liquid. So this is the floating and sinking. If we are talking about the ice cubes, that is generally we are using the ice cube. So an ice cube sink in the kerosene. जो kerosene oil होता है उसमें ice cube को आप डालोगे तो वो sink हो जाएगा. But water पे float, आपने कभी भी आप ये एक्टिविटी घर में परफॉर्म कर सकते हो. आपने देखा होगा कि कभी भी आप आइस वाटर में डालते हो then it start floating on the water with large part submerged in the water. So it start floating on the water. But what is going on? The density of ice is greater than the density of the kerosene. That is why it is sink. Look at that. The density of ice is 920 kg per meter cube, while the density of the kerosene oil 800 kg meter cube. So this is greater than the kerosene. So that is why it is sink. Now as compared to the water, water has the density 1000 kg meter cube, which is more than that of the ice. Whether the ice is solid, but water in the liquid form, but still liquid has, this water has a more density than that of the ice, which is in the solid form. It has a less density, it is larger, so that is why it is start floating on the water surface. An iron nail, as we did in the experiment, an iron nail sink in the water but floats ऑन मर्करी. अगर आप आयरन नेल को वाटर में डालते हो तो वो सिंक कर जाएगा. उसका सिंपल सा रीज़न है, द डेंसिटी ऑफ आयरन ग्रेटर दैन द डेंसिटी ऑफ वाटर. लुक एट दैट, डेंसिटी ऑफ आयरन इज 7800 किलोग्राम पर मीटर क्यूब, विच इज़ मच ग्रेटर दैन द 1000 किलोग्राम पर मीटर क्यूब, दैट इज द डेंसिटी ऑफ द वाटर. एंड एज कंपेरेटिवली मर्करी, सो मर्करी की जो डेंसिटी है वो सबसे ज़्यादा होती है लिक्विड में, दैट इज 13600 किलोग्राम पर मीटर क्यूब. सो इट इज़ वेरी क्लियर दैट अगेन, if the density of the iron is greater than the density of the water, then it will be sink in the water. But the density of the iron less than the density of the mercury, so that is why it start floating on the surface of the mercury. Also, is a common example is that the density of the sea water always greater than the density of the fresh water, because number of salts are present in the sea water. So that is why its density becomes much larger than that the density of the fresh water. So that is the only reason it is easier to swim in the sea water than in the fresh water. Sea water में swim करना बहुत आसान होगा क्योंकि उसकी डेंसिटी ज़्यादा होगी, हमें अपथ्रस्ट ज़्यादा मिलेगा. बट whereas in the fresh water हमें स्विम करना आसान नहीं रहेगा. सो दैट आर द इफेक्ट ऑफ द डेंसिटी ऑन द सब्सटेंस, वेदर इट इज फ्लोट और सिंक्स इन द लिक्विड, डिपेंड अपॉन द डेंसिटी. So on the basis of this is a principle of flotation. So according to the principle of flotation, a solid will sink in a liquid if its density is more than the density of the liquid, as I told you previously. But a solid will float on the liquid if its density is less than the density of the liquid. So this definition is called principle of flotation. There are the number of application around us which depends upon which can be explained on the basis of principle of flotation. One by one we will discuss.